considered dressing up for this video and doing hair and makeup. And then I decided that hasn't existed in any other video that we've done. And there's mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are getting me. Anyway, but I just wanted to do a quick message addressing the traumatic aftermath of Hurricane Helene along the trail and surrounding areas, just a swath of the country that was devastated by that. So all of our remaining videos were, except for the very last, were filmed prior to the hurricane, and we will go ahead and produce that content and put it out there for you. But we have since made the decision. I mean, it was brutal, the one attempt that Bill made to hike after the hurricane. So we have come off trail. I did want to address, you know, we are in a lot of the various Facebook groups and things for the AT hikers and the trail. You know, I'm reading comments in there, and yes, people are fully and completely aware of the loss. I mean, at least the hikers that were on trail are aware of the loss that has been suffered by so many. But for those that have worked and saved and rearranged their lives and stuff to do this trail and have a real passion for it, their sadness over having, that's my Charlie girl, their sadness over having to end their journey doesn't negate their sadness for the other people, and it is just as worthy of compassion as the people who have lost their homes. I mean, it's some of the comments just reinforce the reason that I went on the trail to begin with. I mean, people are assholes. Sorry, but many of them are. And just to assume that everyone will have another opportunity to come back and do the trail is privileged in itself. I mean, we met people from all over the world, and many of them had, I mean, you go through a lottery trying to get your visa, and it's not everyone will have a chance to come back and finish this later or have that other opportunity. So be kind in your comments, and know that their sadness over having to end something that they've left, more than likely their blood, sweat, and tears along that trail, doesn't mean they are not also sympathetic and have empathy and feel sadness and compassion for the greater loss of towns and homes and communities and lives. So at any rate, we are likewise sad to be leaving the trail. We hope to be able to give back in some way in the future, and hope that you have enjoyed our journey so far and stick with us and the things that we do to come. But anyway, later. Happy hiking.
Whew. September the 18th. Man, it rained all night. Sometimes hard, sometimes light, but it rained all night. It rained today. Everything I got's wet, but that's okay. Be in town in about 11 miles. Shooting for 1 o'clock. 7:30 now. So hopefully we'll get there. I'll get there on time and take a hot shower and do some laundry, because man, these wet clothes stink. So, but it was a good night last night. A lot of noises in the woods, but that's just the woods. All right, just I had an orange shirt first.
We're having a town day, and I've just looked at my companions, and this is what I'm going to the restaurant.
You're the oddball, not us.
Ooh, I won't be able to miss them.
We're the deer hunters.
Alrighty.
That's what
I'm in normal attire. Anyway, we're discussing whether or not it's a little hazy, but are we going to climb up there? Are they? I might climb something, but it won't be all day. Yeah, okay. I swear, y'all, we're sitting here, we're talking. Blues just said all the cool dudes are wearing orange, and then he said, "It's fall, y'all." My companions.
So, the end of September the 18th, I didn't do a single video other than the start video and this video. It rained all day, except for maybe 10 minutes at one time. It kind of quit raining, but it still was miserable. Everything was wet. Hiked 11 miles into town. The first 5 were pretty tough, but the last 6 I basically did 20-minute miles. They were pretty easy. Got into Delville. Laura picked me up, and she and Blues Clues had a hotel. Blues' back is hurting real bad. He's a hammock camper, and he swapped over to a tent with a pad. Been having a lot of back trouble, so he's getting his hammock sent to him. So they brought me to the hotel, and thank God, because hiking, but hiking in a tropical storm or whatever it was is miserable. But I got the miles out of the way, and stunk real bad. Got laundry done. My shirt still stinks. Apparently that's a smell you can't get out of those shirts. So it's a good day. The wildlife finally started moving. Saw a few deer. Saw turtles everywhere yesterday. And those little newts, those little orange lizard things, I saw those everywhere. Ran across the guy with the dreads again. He wasn't wearing a mask this time. We had a good conversation. It's weird though, because last time I saw him, I was headed south. He was headed north, and we were north of Glasgow, which is a good ways from where I saw him. And then I saw him again yesterday, and he was headed north again, coming out of Delville. So I don't know. We had a good conversation, and he's a pretty decent dude, just a little different, but he was a good dude. At least I could see his face anyway. Today, I'll talk about today later. I didn't do the closeout video. It rained. It rained up until the time we went to bed last night. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of 15% or so. But yes, the 18th was a good day. Enjoyed it overall in the rain as much as you can enjoy hiking in the rain, soaking wet, cold. But got it done and made it to Delville, and I'm officially 1/3 of 2,179 miles from Springer. We'll figure that out later. We're getting around 700 miles from Springer, so we'll figure that out. Today is September the 19th. And we're doing Delville to McAfee Knob, about 18 miles. And somebody's gonna hike with us that hasn't hiked in a while. She's excited about this, and I don't know why, but she is. But guess what? It's not raining yet, but it's probably coming. But we got raincoats, so it'll be okay. Went to eat breakfast this morning. I didn't have my shoes on in the hotel. And the lady's like, got to have shoes on to come in here. And I want to say, lady, my shoes are a lot worse than my freaking feet are. I just washed my feet. But I put my shoes on for them. So it was a good night's sleep last night, very restful. Blues Clues is doing some stretching in the room. His back's pretty hurt. So we're going to slack pack today and just carry the essentials, mostly water and a few snacks, and get this day done. Like I said, hopefully it won't rain on us all day. It's like 15% for several hours, 10%, stuff like that. So it won't be miserable, and hopefully when we get to the top there'll be a view. I've been up there before. Laura and Blues Clues have not been up there, so hopefully it's something to see. Tinker's Cliffs, McAfee Knob.
I ain't gotta brag about it.
Hey, me and my youngest done climbed this hill. We slack packed it. We no packed it that day though. So we're gonna roll here in a minute. Laura's gonna let me drive because her driving stinks. All right, so we are at the parking lot of McAfee Knob. It's a new parking lot. They're actually working on the other one and making it bigger with a bridge that goes across the road, which with all this traffic, that's a pretty good deal. So anyway, a couple miles up to the top, and Laura's walking with us, and she's going to come back down the mountain. All she wants to see is McAfee Knob. Then she will jump in and head back north because we're headed northbound today. Ooh, those figs. Anyway, I got distracted. Headed northbound today, and she didn't want to hike the whole thing, so it'll be okay. As long as she gets to see the view she wants to see. Blues is going extra light today. His back's pretty sore, so I'm not gonna dog on him. I missed out, he's walking today. So we're gonna hit it out. There's a new bridge they're building over the road, which is probably a big safety thing. All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right. I'm committed. I'm either doing 4 miles up there, find a faster route back. Well, we made it half a mile and we have our first view.
Quarter mile.
I thought it was 3.9
I think so.
to McAfee, and that says 3.4, so that's what I was going on. Okay, well, whatever.
Hey, though, I'm glad to have you back with us. Somebody to bicker with.
I see.
All right.
It's a very contentious atmosphere, but okay. Yeah.
Human, but
You going back to the Jeep. Feeling bullied.
You are bullied. You are the bullier.
Okay, carry on. Well, so far, due to its iconic trail status, I guess, at least Nobo, the approach trail to McAfee Knob, is what we refer to as a tourist trail. It's a tourist trail. So it's pretty well laid. You got a lot of stairs, steps. Some are wooden that they've laid in, and then others are just rocks. But anyway, it's nice. So we shall see how the rest of it goes.
Hope it's going to be a blow off with the clouds.
Yeah, I'm hopeful we'll have a view when we get there, and that this overcast stuff clears off for a bit, because this is going to be my highlight for the day. And the rest of it will be on the guys. But anyway, if we see something, we'll show it later. Oh, what? What?
Dog scared you all the way?
Not really.
Oh, really?
No. I didn't think anybody was going to be in there with a vicious dog. It just barked.
Just a lad.
Yeah.
Sleep until 9:30.
Well, they said they got in late. Anyway, later. The iconic spot does not offer the iconic view. 'Tis the life of our trail story. Happy to be here all the same. We won't be able to get much, but it did clear off just a touch. See down in the valley. I like the boulders and large rock faces that you pass by if you're going north. We're actually coming down now from McAfee. Somebody's had a little camp sesh there, but anyway, views were nothing, so the guys may get tinkers later, but we shall see. See, I just like all the big boulders.
There's a tree behind that big boulder. It looks like that tree in Game of Thrones.
The red one?
Yeah.
All the red leaves.
So I got new shoes. My other one's soles were falling off right at 500 miles. I got my money's worth out of them. I got these today. These are Topos. Oh, Laura.
Hi.
How's life been treating you? I got my shoe over here because it's really nice. Got my good socks on too. Okay, so I'm not hiking today. Blue's Clues is because he missed some miles here and there. So, Laura, you enjoy driving the Jeep?
I don't love driving, but yes,
That's my Jeep there. It's orange, but I think it's more copper than orange. It's a Willis edition. It's not new, but it's a good Jeep. Hey, Laura, can you drive a stick shift?
I can.
Ooh.
And have driven this stick shift from North Carolina down to Florida, and from Florida back up to Virginia.
Yeah. How many gears it's got? How many speeds?
6.
It's got 6. Have you been using those? Is that counting reverse? How many have you been using out of the 6?
I guess the better question is, when did I learn it had 6 gears?
Yeah. When did you learn it had 6 gears, Laura?
Today.
So you've been driving this Jeep up and down the interstate at 70 miles an hour in 5th gear.
5th?
Never put it in 6th.
I didn't know I had a 6th gear. Yep. She's fine. She's fine.
Yeah,
Really, she's fine.
yeah. We'll see it before long. It's got
That's a true story, yes.
It's got RPMs on it, you know.
I know, and I didn't, anyway, whatever.
You know what the RPMs are for?
I know, but I did not know there was a gear beyond 5th, so I just thought that's how it rolled.
So the good news is I got new shoes. Yeah. We'll see. So, Laura and I and Blue's Clues went up McAfee Knob with no views, and it was all right. Good day. It didn't rain on us yesterday. I'm doing this the day later after we actually walked up McAfee Knob because we didn't do a closeout last night. Wasn't that bad. There was hardly any views up there and cloudy. I've already done the section from Delville to Parisburg, so I've seen it, I have pictures of it. But there's a bear in the area also that we met a guy who actually seen the bear about 5 foot from him, and said that it was
volunteer ridge runner.
I'll get there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, Laura's over there. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Anyway, we saw the guy that saw the bear, and he was saying, "Look, man, it's a bear that's wanting your backpack and all that stuff." And so we're coming down the mountain and meet the volunteer ridge runner. What was his name? Oh, see, she doesn't know everything, just most stuff. Started with a K, didn't it? Yeah. She's giving me mean looks. Anyway, he showed us a picture of the bear on McAfee Knob looking over the edge like everybody else does. But he said that the bear had become accustomed to people, and if you left your backpack, he would take your backpack and destroy it, trying to get the food out. And they actually wrote a guide ticket the day before, or not, a couple days before.
I don't know, but they are actually actively writing tickets for improper food storage.
Yeah, so the ranger caught one guy sleeping with his food bag and wrote him a ticket for it because there's signs everywhere that says don't hang your bear, put your bear bag like it needs to be. But apparently that one bear has gotten a lot of food, and now he's associating backpacks with food, and they're going to have to remove the bear probably. Very strong probability they're going to remove that bear. So just remember, when you're hiking, it is pretty important to put your food where it's supposed to be, which is hanging from a tree or in a box or something. That way the bears don't get used to seeing that and eating it, and they'll end up having to get removed. So
yeah, so it's a bad thing for both the hikers and the bear.
Okay. So today is September the 20th. I did not hike today. Blue's Clues is hiking. He came off the other day not feeling real well, and so we drove back down to Glasgow up in the hills and let him walk into Glasgow to the trailhead by the James River, and we're going to pick him up and take him into Glasgow. And I think Fresh Ground is going to be there with Leapfrog Cafe. He said he was going to come feed us tonight and probably going to feed us in the morning. That's awesome. So I've had a really good day off from hiking, and tomorrow we will take Blue's Clues to the Blue Ridge Parkway where he got off the other day. It's just sleeping on the ground hadn't been good for him. His back's been hurting, And he got off the other day, and Laura took him into town, and I walked the rest of the way by myself. So we're going to take him so he can finish that up tomorrow. Then he and I both will have walked all the way to Delville. And like I said, I've already done Delville to Pearisburg. My son and I did that a couple of years ago. I'm not going to make the through hike this year in a whole year, so I can use that mileage as part of my full Appalachian Trail walk. So that's what I'm looking at now. And I did wake up this morning not very motivated. I've been having trouble getting motivated. But when I get going, I do fine. It's just, man, I get up, I'm like, to do this, this has got to be what you really want to do. And there's been some mornings I didn't really want to do it, and I got up and walked anyway. So I'm going to see where I stand here another day or so. And if I keep going, then Blues Clues can either do his hike from Delville on up. There's Laura. Look, I knew she was here somewhere. Or he can come on up to Pearisburg with me, and Laura will slack pack us and take care of us. So I've actually thought about getting off trail, but Laura's kind of been mean to me today and fussing at me. And my son just graduated some really hard military school where they treated him like crap, and she said my day hasn't been any worse than any day he had. So, you know, but all seriousness, I've gone through some mental things of, is this really what I'm wanting to do right now when there's other stuff I would like to do? But we'll play it day by day. Blues Clues is feeling better. He's got his hammock in, and hopefully he'll get good sleep. We're going to sleep in the park in Glasgow tonight. We stayed at Stanimals for 2 nights there last week and rested up. But I know I say Stanimals sometimes, but I kind of do that just to see if anybody catches it, and Laura's fussed at me.
That's not true.
Laura
You
fusses
just say
at me.
it.
I hope that bee comes back and gets you. Anyway, that's where we are right now. I'll do a video when hopefully we catch up with fresh ground here in a little bit. It is almost 5 o'clock here, and we're on some little back road hanging out, and we'll drive down and get Blues Clues in a little bit and go have a good meal. So every day ain't roses. I haven't had a bad day, just had hard days.
Tired days.
Tired days. I've been really tired. Worried about my weight. I was down to 189, and I haven't been in the 180s since 1990. So, but I'm eating good, and I got new shoes.